Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's going on? Just here for a chat? Here to shoot the breeze? Hey there. Yeah, what's up? Hey, it's always a good day when you come around.
All right. I think I'm about ready to go. I think. I'm like an hour later than I wanted to be. I had all the intentions to start earlier, and then we came in to clean Pippen's wounds, where she's been licking the past few days, and we've pulled a few little pieces of black stuff out. And then as we were cleaning her this morning, we discovered back in the original surgery area, there's a new one. This one had formed. She hadn't started licking it yet, but that one was like an 1/8 inch across, and it was already ready to burst, and so we had to clean that. Chris just left for the vet, is what she did. Pippen is here in the room, sleeping now, but she was very angry. She got a thorough squeezing. We had to squeeze that one, and some nothing's it doesn't look like anything was infected, but definitely some pus came out, and it's just very frustrating. I think we are Chris is going to a different vet this morning to see if she can't get some. She's gonna get some antibiotics, with some anti-inflammatories, and explain the situation and see if the vet wants us to bring her in just to look at them, because we know that there's nothing they can do. All they can do is do what we're doing, which is clean him out and everything else. But I would love, if he feels confident, because my sister-in-law's a vet, and I've talked about it a bunch with her. We've sent a bunch of pictures to her. I grew up on a farm. I've done stuff like this before. I've had this happen similarly with dogs before. For whatever reason, her body seems to be rejecting there was debris in the wound, which has come out, but there's also been little pieces of whatever suture they used. And the problem is that the person who did the emergency surgery on her was not a vet. He was the vet tech. It was not the doctor. The doctor was 3 hours away, but it was an emergency. And like we sat there and we watched, and they struggle bust. Like they were all like 23, 24 years old. And like they couldn't get the IV into the vein, and like the cat, Pippen jerked her arm, and the girl was like, ah, like they weren't ready to be working without the vet, without the doctor there. And so I don't know if they used the wrong sutures internally. I know they didn't clean internally very well, because she has expelled a couple of like rocks and hard flakes. Anyway, we thought she was getting better. We looked at it this morning. It was like, oh, that looks like it's doing much better. And then when we went to go actually clean her, we were cleaning, and we found back in the back where her original surgery was, it was another abscess. And it's like, this is ridiculous. This is the third time this has happened. And my poor cat, she's uncomfortable, and now she's a little bit grumpy. Not just uncomfortable, because we squeezed that one, and she's like, she hissed at us and growled at us and almost clawed her eyeballs out. So Chris is at the vet. I'm a little stressed. Animals, man. Do what you can. It's the third time this has happened to that poor animal since her surgery. So it's been a rough... She's had May, June, July, August, September, 5 months of this shit now. Yeah, given the circumstances, United... yeah, they did the best they could, sure. But at the same time, I'm very frustrated that... I guess this is just me airing my grievances with the fact that, we live in an area where we just can't get good animal care like I want, because we live in the middle of nowhere. And so if the main vet has to go to town to help with a surgery somewhere else, I'm screwed, because my animal's not going to get the attention that I want it to get. It's going to get whoever's there on staff. And yeah, I'm just being grumpy this morning because my poor cat is in pain and discomfort, which makes me grumpy. She's sleeping right now. I can turn the camera. She's... yeah, nobody's going to be able to see. That little red thing right there. I wish I could move the camera more. She's bundled up on top of some sheets. She's sleeping in the bed right now. She's just curled up and... But yeah, she hissed at Chris and got a little grumpy with us this morning because we had to squeeze on one of her abscesses to make sure that we got everything out. It's like when you squeeze a zit and it's really painful. Only it's on her stomach and she's like, fuck you! They can't talk, so it's like that's the worst part about having an animal, is the lack of communication when there's problems like that. All right, I've talked enough about animals. We're going to do some Starfield this morning. I'm not going to do any outpost building today, guys. I've done like pure outpost building the last couple of days. I just want to do some quests today and go get rid of all this inventory nightmare stuff and just kill some stuff this morning. So let's go back to the lodge and dump our stuff. Cargo. Did that actually go on the ship? Cool. Tweak these options back down. My first playthrough, no, I did not. I did all of the faction quests except for the UC quest line. I saved that for this playthrough because I knew that I wanted to create a second character. So this character came through and did all of the UC. That was the first thing I did, was all the UC storylines with like the terramorphs and everything. That was fire. That stuff was really, 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 really good. And then since then, I've been going through and just working on going back and doing like all the faction quests again. So like we've been working on which is what we're gonna go work right now. We're gonna work on this. We've been working on the the Freestar Rangers quest line, which I've done before, but this is the second playthrough, so I need levels to get more points for the outpost building. So today I'm just gonna go do quest lines, and we'll probably do the next couple of days of just quest lines, and then just keep putting points into the outpost building stuff, so
I'll keep an eye
I
out
can
for hostile life forms.
keep getting that to where I want it to go.
Just the thought of landing at the Red Mile was making me sick. Now that we're here, I'm almost at a loss for words.
Sarah, you complain too much.
Go ahead. Start some trouble. Give me an excuse to air you out.
This is like Squid Games in space.
Can you believe that? Like I'm gonna run off without paying. The hell kind of scum do they think I am?
I know we came here earlier in this playthrough.
Anderson.
Ah, Miss Divine. What do I owe the pleasure of your company?
Not pleasure. Business.
I see.
I tolerate your presence here because despite your usual lackadaisical demeanor, you do so. Lately, however, you've been conveniently forgetting to properly log all the ships that come in and out of my spaceport.
Who cares? There ain't no feds that come sniffing around for information. We don't submit reports to the colonies. It's a waste of time. And you know it.
Mr. Anderson. Lon. You think I don't understand that? That information isn't for them. It's for me. And I needn't explain to you why it's important. You have a job. I expect you to do it. Or I'll find someone else who can.
Fine, yeah, I get it, May. I'll do a better job, okay?
Good. I'm glad we agree on this. Carry on then.
What?
Nothing,
If
I'm
you
just
fancy yourself a Red Mile
watching you
runner,
get reamed by your boss.
just speak to me.
What do you want?
Out of sheer curiosity,
Huh?
what ships do you have
Oh,
for
yeah,
sale?
sure. Look at what we got in stock.
I doubt there's anything here I want to buy. You never know. Actually, does any of these have really good cargo capacity? That one's got 3,000. It's not big enough. I need something with like 20,000, man.
See ya.
Well, hello, sunshine.
Hello to you too. That's a cool looking ship model right there.
You'll be talking to the underside of my boot if you keep trying to strike up a conversation.
Jesus. A little aggressive.
Got reports saying a Crimson Fleet crew was spotted not far from here. Might be taking an interest in your operation.
That's why I hired you and your people. I trust if this pirate crew...
I do like the UC questline because also, depending on the choices you make, there's that additional NPC you can work with at the end of the questline, which kind of turns you into a Black Ops operator. You're like a Black Ops specialist at that point. But it's not necessarily, that's not the lawful good option. It's not necessarily a bad option. It's not an evil option, I guess is what I mean to say. It's just sort of a morally gray. You're still protecting the UC, but you're definitely not afraid to get your hands dirty. That's that option.
But if you're not satisfied with the compensation, I'm sure I can find other members of your outfit eager to take your place.
Howdy.
Maybe. Or maybe I could call them up myself and see how they'd feel about taking over Red Mile, but leaving you the burdens of management.
Burdens
I'm
of
sure
management.
we could find ways to bolster the profits here.
Oh, you're welcome to try. But I have friends in high places.
I like the veiled
You
threats
wouldn't
here.
want me to have to call in a favor, would you?
See, I think you're all talk, May. One of these
Correct.
days,
You have to lie a little bit.
mess around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. That's awesome. That was a good line of dialogue right there. She literally just told me, fuck around and find out.
Enjoy your time here at the Red.
Oh, I can't believe people who participate in blood sports can possibly be considered celebrities or
Oh,
heroes.
hush, Sarah.
Oh, in my mind, they're worse than criminals.
Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy.
How are you, dear?
I'm neither wide-eyed nor clueless, darling.
Go on.
We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
Look, both of you are here for the same reason. So why don't you drop the tough girl charade and learn to work as a team?
And I'm telling you, I don't have time to babysit rookies.
Only those who take the
Lose the
greatest
attitude.
risks
We're
earn
working
the
together in that
greatest
set.
rewards.
At least you've got a little backbone. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting.
Let's go meet him.
This is how things work.
Follow me.
Tater Tot says at work, but just wanted to say hi. Well, hi, Tater Tot.
I keep thinking the next time I'll live up to my legacy. No one's ever come close. Maybe someday.
You said you'd be alone.
Yeah, well, things changed. Take a seat.
Keeps adding to his tab, but he hasn't paid anything in a while. Don't want to be too harsh about it, but at some point, enough's got to be enough, right?
No, I don't want to wait. Get up. Did that seat? No, I might have sat down before the quest prompted me.
Come on, sit.
Yeah, I sat in the wrong chair. It wants me to sit in that chair, not the one I sat down in.
Who are you?
I'm a good friend of Autumn's. She was thrilled to see me.
Wait, Autumn has friends?
Like hell. The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
Nice.
So you're investigating the first? Why?
That's a long question. They're trying to take land from farmers, and I want to know why.
Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory.
Okay, then. So why do you stay out of Freestar Collective space?
Because it might get a little awkward if my sister here had to arrest me.
Oh, they are siblings. Copy that. Help me find him and bring him to justice.
That's exactly what this meeting is about. Look, the bad news is Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is I know how to find him.
This is
But
probably
you're not
my
gonna tell us
second
yet because
favorite
you want something.
faction storyline after
I
the
want the same
UC. The
thing
Freestar
you do.
Rangers is a lot of
I want
fun.
Marco out of the picture.
You get to play space
Like I said,
space
getting
sheriff,
a meeting with him can be damn near impossible.
space marshal.
One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
And I do like the outfit you
Hey,
get and the fact that I
Divine.
get a badge.
We've suspected for some time that Red Mile
Space
is a meeting
cowboy.
place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
Well, there must be something I could be pretty persuasive.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you
Oh,
right
did
now
they
what
transcend?
she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always
Hang on.
wants.
Hang on. Let
She
me go
wants
check
runners.
YouTube.
It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a
Oh,
ranger long
Starfield
enough
to
that
settle
too many
systems
people know
all
your
must
face and your
serve.
name.
Ooh.
Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is
We're gonna go
shot.
watch that together, everybody.
You, on the other
Hang on a
hand, are
second.
just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco.
Hell, I'm up for it.
I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
You're really going to take on the mile, huh?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pause this for a minute, everybody. We're gonna go watch that video. Oh shit! I like this poster. Inside the Viper's Nest. The incredible true story of the Serpent's Crusade. Warning, this film utilizes
Yeah,
archival
anything
footage
scares you.
that many viewers may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. Well, Serpent's Crusade, if that's not a segue into us going to watch a short that Bethesda just published on their YouTube channel around
Please
the
be careful.
Shattered Space
You're either brave as hell. or
DLC,
you've got
I don't know what is. So let's go ahead and timestamp this.
Well,
23
hasn't
minutes.
little General Stock.
We're gonna pause this so we don't have this dialogue going back in the background behind us. And let me get this video up on YouTube. And then let me go ahead and switch us over so that we can see it. Hang on. Okay. I gotta reorganize Windows, guys. There we go. So this is a DLC related video that they just dropped for Shattered Space called All Must Serve. Starfield to settle systems, all must serve. Says here, see the moments leading up to the events of Shattered Space in the latest episode of the Starfield animated anthology. In All Must Serve, we follow a young Varun child attending a ceremony at the Scaled Citadel. When a catastrophe wipes out a massive chunk of the Varun capital city, the people of House Varun are left struggling to pick up the pieces. Well, we're giving that a thumbs up right away. And let's go ahead and give this a watch. Thanks for bringing this to my attention, Transcend. Well, we're just perfect time since we're doing a Starfield stream this morning. The settled systems. All must serve. Ooh, I like the art style. Something's about to go down. Uh-oh. Guys? Yeah, the priest is like, it's the holy power, look, the gods are real. Look, Mom, power. Yeah, some people are smart enough to run. Get the hell out. Come on, Mom! Stop being a religious zealot! We gotta go! Love you, Mom. Did that wake her up long enough to get her out of here? Yep, good mom, good mom. Good mom. Yep, bye-bye church. Oh no, is Mom still gonna eat it? Oh no, she's on the other side. Oh, and she's gone. Oh no. Dazra, Berkunkai, Kabnik. Oh, you just left me hanging. Jesus, not cool. Come on, guys.
Play it on Xbox.
I am playing it on Xbox. All right, that was cool. So obviously, you know, we've got more to watch as we continue to get ready for Shadow Chase. That was a great animation. United says, I love the vibe of this DLC so much. I do too. I'm really looking forward to this. So that is the animated short All Must Serve, which they just released today, actually. So after we finish up the stream, I'm going to clip this out and it'll go over to YouTube as its own little thing as a reaction video. So let's go ahead and timestamp this so that I know where we're at. 28. Cool. I can't wait to know more. I'm going to have so much fun. There's definitely some horror elements that I'm really looking forward to with this one. Maybe not some scary stuff, but definitely some horror elements that are going to have me freaking out because I don't do jump scares very well.
You're really going to take
Awesome
on the
stuff.
mile, huh?
Oh, and you can drop that whole intimidation thing you're trying. I've been face to face with
That was cool. Thank you again so much for that tip. Happy to take a look at things like that when they come on during the live streams.
I doubt anything scares you.
Or there are going to be consequences.
Oh, you mean consequences like how you and your bloody weekend warriors are driving all the business out of Red Mile?
I'm listening to Donovan over here.
Barely able to fulfill my very lucrative contracts.
Oof, you're either brave as hell or you've got a death wish.
Raided and plundered on a regular basis.
Sure, the occasional pirate raid would set us back a bit.
The mile is dangerous.
Pirates would
Make sure you're
and the
prepared.
guests would return. If it were up to me, I'd fire the lot of you right now.
You wouldn't last a minute in the Red Mile. Of course, we
Well,
don't have
it's
to
not
leave
up to
any-
you, is it?
Short now, but I'll win it all back someday.
Here's some free advice. Next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only hold my subordinates back for so long before they finally get tired of your BS.
Get the hell out of my face, you pretentious
I
wanker.
keep thinking I should run the
I'm
course
already
sometime,
bored
but
of this conversation.
have to see some of the girls firsthand.
It's a good thing you're so funny, Reese. It's the only thing keeping me from kicking your ass.
Spare me.
I feel like I need to get to know Donovan.
Chance in the Red Mile, talk to me. She's always happy to have more fodder for the beasties down there. Listen, friend, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm trying to relax and you people won't give me a moment's peace. I tell you what, if you want a conversation with me, cost you. Bring me a runner's rush from the bar, and then we can talk. Deal?
I got one right here for you.
Do you now? How about you stop pulling my plonk?
Drewby says, hey Ren, just wanted to say how much I've recently enjoyed your No Man's Sky content. I'm at level 137 in the field. I was told I should not finish the main quest till level 140.
They don't play by the same rules as other security officials.
That's entirely up to you. I sure as shit wasn't 140 when I finished the main quest on my other character. I think I was like level 80 maybe, 70 or 80. You could finish it whenever you want. I think you could finish it as low as like level 20, if you're careful. So you don't need to wait until level 140. That's entirely a personal choice.
But things are looking up. Is something bothering you, Sophie?
Well, there's something that's been troubling me.
Runner's something. I need to purchase this.
Hi, welcome to Red Mile. We've got clean rooms and neat drinks. Can I help you out with either of those? Or both? Ooh,
I'll
what
take a
about both?
drink. I'm looking for a specific drink.
Coming right up.
What did he call it? Runner something. Runner's Rush. It's a cocktail of an energy drink and vodka, a Red Mile staple. That's nice. Just one.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Lynn's really.
Ah, you again. Please tell me you've got a nice frosty runner's rush from the bar. My cup runneth empty.
Got one right here.
Ah, most kind. So, what brings you by? Afraid I'm right out of autographed pictures.
You some kind of celebrity?
Well, you really haven't been around much, have you? I'm Donovan Reese.
The Starfield equivalent of a Four Loko.
As in the jet that survived 28 Red Mile runs, including the third fastest on record.
Huh. You have some kind of a death wish?
Nah, just relish a challenge. I'd still be out there today if my knees and my back won't shot to hell. Besides, I'm retired these days. I think I've earned the chance to enjoy the fruits of my labors. Being famous has its benefits, after all.
At least here. You're probably not famous anywhere else. So is that an impressive number?
Impressive? That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's
We're
Squid
talking a
Games.
game of death and dismemberment. Most people don't survive one, let alone as many as I have. You can count on one hand the number of runners ever to pull that off, and only half of them are still alive. It's rare company you're in, to say the least.
Any tips for a new Red Mile runner?
Don't go breaking my record for one.
I never
Other
did the Red
than
Mile
that,
my first playthrough.
Don't hesitate. Ever. You hesitate. You spend too much time thinking things through. That's how you get yourself killed out there. I always say the best way to run the course is on pure instinct. You let that take over and drive you, the chances are you'll win.
You're right, Pippen.
Unless you already know your instincts are shite, in which case, don't run the course at all. Cheers.
If you feel you cannot in good faith extend his order further, come and see me. I'll take care of it.
I'll do that.
There's a lot of dialogue that happens in this bar without you being around.
Fairness. But the reality is that sometimes famous people get special treatment. That's just the way of things.
Yes, ma'am.
Fame and fortune await in the Red Mile, if you have what it takes.
We'll let her go over here before I talk to her. Looking for Marco. I understand you two are acquainted.
That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly?
It's a private matter. I'd rather not discuss it.
It's quite a leap of faith that you're asking me to take. I have no particular love for Marco, but he is a business associate. So I must protect my reputation. Fortunately for you, I'm in a generous mood. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile?
Is there another way we can come to an agreement?
Oh, I'm afraid this is the only thing that I want from you. At least for now.
I don't remember doing this my first time through. I don't remember running the Red Mile.
A simple journey through a wilderness occupied by creatures that some call dangerous.
Better keep your end of the bargain.
I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who will place wagers on your survival.
Can I bet on myself?
I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons to place substantial wagers on your survival.
I have no recollection of running this.
That's what every runner says.
Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you'd take part in such an uncivilized activity. There's always a better way.
You know what, Sarah?
Now that we're
back
clear
off.
what's expected of you, are you ready to begin?
He says only asking because I thought after the main quest you go into New Game Plus that you should be a high level to do that. Well, you reset. You literally reset when you go into New Game Plus. So you keep all of your skills, but you lose all your outposts, your ships, your gear, and everything else. You keep all your skills, and then all your powers, you have to go get them again and level up again. But all the quests, you're then going through the quests again at those levels. So it's just, think of New Game Plus as just you're playing the game all over again, but you keep all the skills you had from the first time through. You just don't have any of your gear, none of your ships, none of your outposts, because you're going through it again as a Starborn. So you have your character, you have your ship that they give you as a Starborn, and then you just go through the different variants and go from there. But you don't have to be a specific level at all. Plus, with the difficulty modes that you can adjust now, you can literally have it be as hard or as difficult as you want, because the customizability of the options now, you can literally have full control over that. I guess I'm ready.
Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
What's happening, darling?
What's happening is we're gonna go run the Red Mile, which I don't have any remember. I don't remember doing this.
Yeah.
I must have done this because it's the only way to complete the Ranger quest line, I'm assuming. Unless I missed some sort of a conversation check. Because my previous build was a stealth character who did persuasion, so maybe I was able to persuade her to something different than I did my other playthrough.
People betting over other people's very survival.
Man, I should have ditched Sarah before I
Absolutely
came in. 'Cause
revolting.
all she's doing is complaining.
An honored guest. For one brave soul. The hour of king.
Let's do a quick save if I can.
Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wagers. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
Okay, let's do another. I think this is a better place to do it. A better place to do a quick save. Alright, so I need to take an elevator down. And I gotta go activate a beacon. Good luck, it says. Oh, I'm probably not gonna try to look for any lootables. I'm just gonna go for the beacon or whatever I'm supposed to go for. me do my food and drink. Hang on, drink packs. Orange juice. God, some orange juice actually sounds really good right now. What's up, Babylonia? All right, time to run the red mile. Oh, Jesus. Fractured limb? I don't know what happened there. It like totally freaked out. Oh no, something's like attacking me while I'm in midair. Okay, that's what that was. Hang on, I gotta cure my fractured limb. I do have to pay attention to my phone though in case that's Chris getting in touch with me from the vet. Hang on. She did just come home though, I just heard the door. Broken limb. Yeah, but I can pause. What's up? Hey guys, I'll be back in a minute. So Chris just got back from the. Well, I'll keep everybody updated on this. Chris just got back from the vet. So she didn't have to take Pippin, but she took pictures of everything and was explaining to the vet. This is the second vet. We're getting a second opinion now because that other stinking vet. Um, so this vet says what my sister-in-law and we all assumed, which is what's coming out of her body is residues from the surgery, and we've had a couple of like quarter-inch pieces of the sutures that were inside her. So the body's not absorbing them, it's expelling them. This is the third time it's happened where we're 5 months into this, and she's having it happen again. Anyway, gave us some anti-inflammatory pills, some more disinfectant, and a special vitamin gel, like a vitamin gel. So I'm gonna go help Chris really quick. We gotta cut these into quarters, and give her a pill, and then I'll be back to the stream. So I need about 5 minutes. Before I go, someone asked a question. Bogdan says, I'm still my first playthrough, about 100 hours in. I'm only level 42. I'm playing the game wrong. How many hours in are you to get 39? How long does it take to get to level 140? Dude, that just depends on what you're doing. Like, you can lose yourself doing. I'm like 70 hours into this, and I'm level 39. I'm like 70 hours into a playthrough, and I'm might even be more like 75 today. I checked the other day. But we're like 70, 72, 75, somewhere in there, and we're only level 40. So I could go a lot slower. Some of it depends on your options too, because now with all the options, you get bonuses. If you go in here to the general settings, go into the gameplay options, see that total XP bonus? You can get a way bigger bonus by playing the game on hardcore mode. Like the more hardcore you play, the more of a bonus you get. Conversely, the more easy mode options you turn on, you get a negative XP. So if you're running a negative 30% XP deficit, then you're gonna be getting 30% less XP for everything you do because you're playing it on easy mode, and therefore it's going to take you even longer to play. So I think it's an arbitrary thing in terms of how long does it take to get level 40. There is a lot of different um, there's a lot of different factors. I need a few minutes, guys. I apologize, but this is real life, and I gotta take care of my kitty cats. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Does anyone remember back in the old days, says Kevin, when something went wrong on television, they would cut to an interlude. It would be watching a fish in a bowl or kittens playing. Renfail needs something similar. Dude, I should totally make one of those that's like, I could pull it from the Homestead streams, and it'd be like chickens and cats, and it'll just be like, have a message that's been like, Renfail's gone homesteading. Be back soon. I tell you what, Pippen loves this stuff. This is it's a vitamin gel in a tube, and she just was like, and then we got the pill in there, and she was like, wait, what? And then gave her some more, and she's like, oh, must have been my imagination. There was no pill. All right, well, she's doing that. All right, we're back. We're gonna run the red mile, everybody. Thank you, Chris, for helping with that. I was very stressed this morning. I've been having my poor cat. I'm like, I am very empathetic to cats in particular. I remember one time in Cancun, I spent like $500 trying to save this cat that appeared on my doorstep. It was like 6 weeks of trying to keep it alive, and it just didn't work out. And I'm a sucker for even, you know, these are my babies, so it's like, you know, they're family members. They're not, you know, I don't think that everybody, you know, not everybody is a cat dad, or I should say not everyone is an animal lover. Some people they just don't get it. But those of you who get it, you understand what I'm talking about. What do I have affecting me right now? Some other status. It's probably from whatever's like trying to eat me, and I'm just ignoring it and running. That's heal gel. Injector. Lung damage cured. Oh, it's probably from the poison stuff I ran through. No, I did not hear Chris. Sorry, I'm trying to survive. Well, at least we didn't have to take her to the vet. That's... Well, at least he was... Sounds like he's a better vet than where we've been going in the past. The reason we've been complaining about the vet we've been going to for the past couple of years is like the last like year and a half, she's never there. It's always just her little assistants, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing because they're little 20-year-old kids. And it's like if I'm paying $30 or whatever to go do a consult and to take my animal to the vet, I want the vet to be there. Like, I understand if you have an assistant to help with things like, you know, to help you during surgeries, to man the till, to sell things, to keep your business clean. But if, you know, when you're doing surgeries and stuff, there needs to be an actual vet there, not just a vet tech. That could just be me getting old and grumpy, but it's like... because the vet that we used to go to all the time, she used to be there all the time. But now she's the only vet they have that has like a degree and know what she does. So she goes to all of their. They're a small chain. They've got various vet offices spread around in like a 3 or 4 hour radius. And so when there's surgeries, she literally is the only one that can do the surgeries. So they have her going all over the place to do the surgeries. And so she's not here. When we have an issue, all that we can only deal with the other peons who work there. So it's nice to know that we have another vet now that we can go to. And we found out that this other vet area, they actually have a 24-hour. They're open 24 hours. They're not necessarily. He's not there all the time, but they're on call, and they have somebody in the office 24 hours a day, and it's like less than a 10-minute walk from the house.
got a fortune, why can't you buy your own drinks?
Indeed you have, and in most impressive fashion. As promised, I'll set up a meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming.
I
Please take a
could,
moment
well,
to
if I
relax and
kept the
enjoy
catio
our
cam
hospitality.
up,
I'll return shortly.
I could just cut to the cam. I could just cut to the. Yeah, because I've got the outdoor cam for the kitty cam. It's the cat cam / homestead cam, but I shut that off at like 7:30, 8:30 when I come over here to stream.
And if what you say is true about celebrities,
United said didn't even need to pop an amp. I forgot all about my amps, to be honest with you.
but all of them you're not getting a free drink.
How dare you have expectations for an overpriced services, Bogdan? I know. Kevin7 says, me and my sister grew up with a Labrador in the family. She was amazing, like having another friend to play with. Rescued a cat once, too. Yeah, I don't think she steps out by choice. Like I said, it's mostly just she's the only vet. She's the only one who can do surgeries that this vet chain employs. And so they've got, I think, 3 offices. And maybe we've just gotten unlucky the last few times we've had things that our cats needed done because she hasn't been there for like the last 3 times we've had surgeries. The previous ones she did a good job on, but every single time one of her assistants has done surgeries, we've had problems. We've had abscesses on 2 different cats because of bad sutures. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things, man.
I hope you're enjoying your visit.
What's this I hear about you giving one of my crew a hard time, Reese? Since you quit running, I assumed you were over that whole death wish thing. But maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with Stalker at some point.
You're back. Are you okay?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Really? Either the Red Mile's reputation is exaggerated or you're just that good.
I'm just that good.
Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that.
Thanks to you, I'm barely able to fulfill my very lucrative contracts.
You'd rather
All right. Don't worry about it.
You're right. Let's focus on the job. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the rock and let the marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
Drinks sound good. I might crack open another bottle of wine today.
Next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only hold my subordinates back for so long before they finally get tired of your BS.
Get the hell out of my
people
face,
survive
you
the
pretentious
fire.
wanker.
Hey.
Yeah, that's Smeagol. Yeah. Did they like it? No, of course they did. They're like, ooh, mommy brought us a treat. How much was that? So like $15? Yeah, that's like $15. That's not too bad. Huh? In pesos, see.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly
$30.
patient.
Sounds like I'm heading to Kodos. Alright, either am I.
Then it's in all our interests that you make haste.
Put it on.
Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge
No,
of the
no.
mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Chris is giving me shit. She says I might need to dance a little topless dance to earn the $30 that we had to pay at the vet today. I'm not taking my shirt off, guys. No one needs to see that. Hang on, that's the wrong way. Oh, I forgot to show you the wigs. I'm gonna get a pink wig for streaming that Dragon Age game I was telling you about. Yeah, you're fine. You're gonna go to town? Can you make coffee before you go, please?
I took this job so I could
Or maybe
be
just an
there to see all
espresso.
the runners in person.
No, it's only like 10 o'clock, I
Most of
think.
them I see
Yeah,
only
it's...
once.
Ah, mañana. Ya tenemos comida, no te vayas.
Nothing quite
Quédate
like the
aquí.
excitement of a run.
Sí, quédate aquí, mami. Solo hazme más café, gracias.
When I say fortune,
Huh?
it's more like
Sí.
being blessed by fate.
Hang on, I gotta find my way out of here. I got sidetracked. Chris is over here chatting with me and I'm not paying attention. Anyway, I gotta do another video at some point, guys, because the last 24 hours has been absolutely brutal in terms of the trolls. So yesterday we covered the Lord of the Rings game, right? I haven't edited the comment yet, but it's funny. We did the Lord of the Rings new game coming called Tales of the Shire. It looks absolutely amazing. But I was telling everybody while we were watching that stream and beforehand, I was like, it's been really riveting to watch like Asmongold and some of these other content creators like freaking out over the fact that one of the developers on the team has pink hair and the other one's a tatted up beautiful redhead who's, you know, they're Weta. Weta's been working on Lord of the Rings stuff for 30 years. But it's women and it's triggering some insecure males. So I published that video. I had 5 or 6 negative comments, but I put it up on TikTok, and the very first comment I got this morning was, "It looks like DEI trash." And I have to sit there and chuckle because the Tales of the Shire video all it showed was cooking hobbits, right? It's hobbits. They're cooking, fishing, gardening, and hanging out with other hobbits in the Shire. And the very first comment I get at TikTok is, "This is DEI woke trash." There is nothing. Literally, it's that Asmongold community who are like, "But there's people who have pink hair working on the game. It's gonna be woke trash." It's so bad. And then this morning, I have my first ratioed video in a long time. So I did that video this morning about how BioWare never went anywhere. Hang on a second. I have like a high, it's like a mid-90s like ratio on my YouTube channel overall, like 95% or so, which means like 95% of my channel video views are thumbs up. This one has it's currently at a 48% positive and 52% negative. It's the video from this morning called BioWare Never Left in the First Place. And the commentary on that video, I've had to remove like 75 comments today. And it's all been about how I'm a shill. It's woke trash. It's how dare they put top scars. How dare the fact that they have someone who transitioned on their team. It's rhetoric. It's absolute rhetoric from people who have nothing to say for themselves. They're just spewing the same garbage out of their mouths. But it's been like it's so many people, and I don't get ratioed very often. The videos that get ratioed are like anytime I talk positively about Rings of Power, those videos get ratioed. Every time when I talked to Chris about this morning, we were laughing because she remembers when we watched Willow last year, and Willow was getting savaged because it had a lesbian couple in it. And everyone is we had that same group trashing it. And then she didn't watch Star Wars The Acolyte with me. And I was telling her this morning about Star Wars The Acolyte, how it had the Coven of Witches, and everyone who is the trolls are pointing at the Coven of Witches saying, it's just a bunch of lesbian witches in space. Like, there is a certain subset of community who don't know anything else. It's funny, but also sad that their existence boils down to being triggered by those little things in video games. Like, it's just projection is yeah. But I have it's 48 thumbs ups and 58 thumbs downs right now on that video. And the ironic thing, the funniest thing, is that video is already up to like 1,000 views, which means it's done fairly well for its morning run on the channel. You know, for me, getting 1,000 views in the first couple of hours is a pretty good run for a video on my channel for my size and everything else. I'm not a huge streamer that gets 50,000 views on every video, you know. So if something gets 2,000 to 3,000 views over the, you know, first day or two, it does well enough. So it's doing well despite all the downvotes, because people don't realize that downvotes don't actually affect the traffic. It's just telling the algorithm that you don't want to see that content anymore. So it's the same trolls who come out against everything else, but some of the commentary, I hesitate to leave it up because I don't want that kind of stuff in the comments section of my video, but I may do an experiment one of these days where I create a video and I just leave it up, and then we come do a live reaction series as we go through and hide all those people from the channel, just to show you the type of stuff that you have to you have to wade through as a content creator when you decide to be positive about certain games. I thought it was bad for Star Wars Outlaws. I think it's going to be even worse for Dragon Age the Veilguard, because it's already like me speaking positively, and I've seen a lot of it on Twitter X. We've got some people in the video talking about it as well, about how like they've been getting swarmed on their channels as well. Like anytime you say something positive about Dragon Age the Veilguard, you know, the press is saying positive things, but that group of insecure little basement dweller child in a man's body, those little internet goblin kids are just livid. I saw that I think it was the official Doom account retweeted someone and literally said, because someone was ranting about how it has like the top surgery scars and stuff, which you can only see in character creation because you're wearing armor and clothing the rest of the time. It's just giving players more agency. And someone was ranting about it, and I think it was the Doom account. I would need to go confirm this, but they retweeted it and said, "You're the one who clicks the buttons to create the character, so you don't have to have those scars if you don't want to. You're the one who chooses how your character looks. So if you don't want your character to look like that, then don't create your character to look like that. You don't want to have pink hair, don't have pink hair. You don't want to have tattoos, don't have tattoos." Correct, exactly, Bubble. Yeah, real men, actual men, are not threatened by the color pink. It's goofy to freak out like a baby when a woman comes on screen and talks about her work. Sweaty incels, says Notary. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Bubblini says, what cracks me up is none of these closet case gamer bros were going to play Dragon Age or a cozy Hobbit game in the first place. Automaton says, does creating comments affect your reach in the algorithm? Probably to some degree, because there is an element of when people are like, the more commentary there is on a video, the higher it's going to go in the algorithm, because the algorithm says, oh, there's lots of people interacting. But thankfully I'm in a position where I don't have to worry about needing every video to go viral. I don't want videos to go viral for the wrong reasons. And if I let a video sit there where the comments were full of hate and vitriol and anti-trans and anti-queer and anti-humanity, like anti-human being, if I were to let a video stay up on my channel with that sort of commentary visible for people to wade through, I would be betraying my own beliefs, and I'm not willing to do that for any dollar amount. Like, we celebrate all gamers on my channel, all gamers. I don't give a fuck how you were born. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I don't care. You can believe what you want to believe. You can have whatever religion you want. You can be whatever sexuality you want. I don't care if you're post-op, pre-op. I don't care. We're here to play video games and have fun playing video games and celebrate video games together. And I won't tolerate that shit on the channel. So those people get hidden and blocked, because we're not gonna do that here. We're gonna play games and celebrate. It's you know. So Bubblenia, I appreciate that comment. Bubblenia. Bubblenia says, I would never contradict you, Ren, but I have observed that you have more than doubled your sub count over a couple of examples you were neck and neck with a year plus ago. And both examples I am thinking of curate less. I would like to think that by curating the audience that I want, I have pushed my channel in a direction where I'm getting good numbers, because I'm getting the right people. But I do know what the numbers show. If I create rage bait content, that's the stuff that goes crazy. So if I were to let the rage bait comments go in a video, it would those videos would probably get 50,000 views. But is 50,000, like if I curate it, it might only get 5,000. But by curating it, I'm ensuring that the comments that remain are the comments for people who share the same points of view. And some people would call that censorship. It is a little bit, but my restaurant, my rules, no shirt, no shoes, no service type of thing. There is the danger of the confirmation bias is a real thing, and you can create an echo chamber if you're not careful. And I would like to think that I'm good enough at what I do in terms of curating the right comments. I'm not shutting down censorship, and I'm not shutting down legit criticisms of games. I absolutely let people criticize. If you want to criticize a game, like somebody left a comment the other day about how Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, it's a shit. They're having a shit time because they can't get into the multiplayer, and it's just constant black screen crashes. That person, yeah, you're free. You're legitimately criticizing a part of the game that's not very fun right now. That's a cool criticism. But what I won't do is like someone who's just going to sit there and spit vitriol about how it's just DEI woke garbage. They're not even, you haven't played the game in the first place. The Hobbit one really pisses me off because they are literally ridiculing the people who are making the game. These are Weta Workshop veterans who have been working on Middle-earth for 30 years. There are no other people that I want working on a Middle-earth game. I want Weta Workshop building my video games and my Middle-earth things. So the fact that because she has pink hair and the other girl has tattoos, they're ripping those people apart and calling the game woke trash. There's nothing woke in a Hobbit game about cooking, fishing, and gardening. That is such bullshit. Notary says cutting out hate is not necessarily censorship; it's building community. I view it that way. I view it as I'm cultivating the community that I want to have of people who are here to celebrate games and celebrate entertainment and the fun of what video games are. Because at the end of the day, there was a whole bunch of commentary this morning about how I'm paraphrasing here, like by accepting Dragon Age: The Veilguard, I'm coping, I'm eating slop, I'm consuming garbage, and it's like, well, first and foremost, it's a piece of entertainment that's meant to be there for me to enjoy as an entertainment source. It's not a political, we're not trying to oppose wars or vote for a president, or it's not about equal rights for women or things like the things that actually matter. It's just a video game. Books are books, video games are video games, movies are movies. They're sources of entertainment. They're meant to be there to entertain, to take us away from the real world, maybe to provide for some perspective and some analysis and some conversation. But by trying to take a video game and turn it into something that it's not. Exactly, Bubbaloni. She got started working on the Lord of the Rings movies, so it's that whole team from Weta Workshops should be celebrated for what they're doing. Luna Toon says, "What's up? I love Starfield. I love Starfield too. It's a great game." And we're off on a tangent this morning, but I feel it's important because I'll tell you what, guys. As much fun as we're having playing Starfield and No Man's Sky and all these other games, Starfield I had to deal with quite a bit of trolls. Star Wars Outlaws quite a bit of trolls. And I have a feeling that Dragon Age: The Veilguard, based on what I'm seeing so far from the videos that we've been putting out so far, it's going to be a very interesting game to play, because I'm going to be having fun playing it, and we're going to constantly be plagued by people who are trying to take our fun away because they're raging about things that aren't real. It's imaginary stuff. So I will say this. Kudos to the actors who are in Baldur's Gate 3. So Devora and Karlak, like all the actors, I'm going to give them shouts out on social media because all of the people who played the characters in Baldur's Gate 3 are out in force as of yesterday supporting the Dragon Age Veilguard developers. And what I saw, the girl who plays Karlak as an example, every time she's done this several times about how when someone is making a ranty comment about trans this or woke this or whatever about Dragon Age the Veilguard, she'll make a snarky comment about how everybody said the same thing about Baldur's Gate 3 when it was coming out because of the bear scene, because you had Astarion and the bear, and people were like, Baldur's Gate 3 is woke and everything else, and it went on to win every fucking game award that has ever been out there for a game to win. They won everything, despite the fact that everyone in the beginning, all of these vocal minorities were out there screaming how it was a bunch of woke shit. It was a woke piece of trash. It had bear sex and bestiality, and it was foistering queer views on straight people and all this other stuff. And it's Game of the Year of like every frickin' award ever. And so the cast of Baldur's Gate 3 has been out, tell me you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 without telling me you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, and making fun of all of these little incels who are making the woke commentary about Dragon Age the Veilguard, because it's the same stuff that they were being bombarded with when they were doing press for Baldur's Gate 3, and then the game came out and it was redeemed because it was a great game, and everybody's, they're supporting the Dragon Age Veilguard team, and I just want to give them a shout out for that, because that's the kind of positivity we need around our video games and our film franchises and stuff. Put those trolls in the ground, put them behind you. They don't need to share your same airspace. It's all good. Time Cutter says, silly rabbit, games are for tricks. To hell with the haters, says Transcend. That is my plan. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Baldur's Gate 3 was fantastic, yeah, and it had, the storylines were what you made of them. Yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about with that comment, Time Cutter. The only reason why BG3 is anything is because 10-cent trollbot farms. No. Tell me you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 without telling me you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is an amazing game because it was an amazing game. It had amazing storylines, great voice acting, great motion capture. Baldur's Gate 3 was just damn good. Like, it's what every game aspires to be. I still wish it would have been real-time with pause instead of turn-based, but it got me to appreciate turn-based games in a way that I had never done before. But I'm really glad to see their cast out there supporting the Dragon Age team. Unless I'm misunderstanding your comment, Time Cutter. I don't quite know what you were getting at with the 10-cent trollbot farm. Are we getting attacked by Starborn? Yes. Here we go, kids. The artifacts are mine, bitch. I may just have to take the hit if they're just going to keep shooting missiles at me, because otherwise we're going to be constantly spooling up. Yeah, I don't know where to get their talking points either, Babylonia. Tencent. So Babylonia asks, where do these guys get their talking points? Tencent troll farms built 100 million hours played in the first 6 weeks. How does that even work? Yeah, I didn't get that comment either. I feel like they're trying to be snarky, and I'm just not understanding. That's over on Twitch. I don't know. I have no idea what they're trying to be snarky about. I don't understand the comment, and they didn't take the time to clarify, so I'm thinking it was a little trolly. Little trolly troll. United says, are you going to build a new ship before Shattered Space? I'm not going to tweak the Frontier. I do have a ship in my inventory that I am going to do something with. But no, I'm pretty happy with my shield breaker as like my main ship. So this thing has the auto turret. Its guns are good. I think I'll probably just stick with this for the most part. But I do have one that I want to modify just for my personal likes. Can I see it from here, or do I have to be back at base? I think I can only see my one ship here. No, I'll tell you which one it is right here. This one. The Junker Watchdog. Because I did this during my first playthrough and I really liked it, but I wanted to do something a little bit more this time. So I really like the way this ship handles, and I love the interior of this ship. The cockpit view and everything. And I just think it looks cool. So, Smeagol, what the fuck are you doing, Smeagol? Our cats are fixed, right? He has a hold of his brother with the back of his neck and he's trying to hump him. And it's like, you guys are fixed. What the hell? This ship, I'm going to put some cargo bays down here. Well, I'm not going to be able to do the mouse pointer where I want it to be. I'm going to put some cargo bays out each side. And turn this into like a little mid-tier cargo hauler. Just for funsies. Like, I think it looks cool. I'm going to give it a cool paint job. But otherwise, I'm very satisfied with my shield breaker. The only complaint I have about the shield breaker is it's just a really long ship, and it's not necessarily my favorite. But I love the fact that I can have all my crew members on here. I've got 5 crew. I've got all the space stations I want. Docking stations, whatever they're called, the crafting stations, like if I wanted to. And you can modify now with ship decorations, so I could put more stuff on here if I wanted to. But I'm very happy with this ship. But so if you see here, you see how this has like that storage container coming out the side right there laterally? I'm gonna put those on the side of this ship. I'm gonna have 2 or 3 of those on each side, so that I've got some more cargo space. Because right now it only does 200. It's not gonna be my main ship, but I do just want to deck it out and maybe give it some different engines. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I do plan on doing this, and that'll be a build series whenever I get to that. I don't know if that'll happen before Shattered Space though. But that person over on Twitch might have been a troll because they disappeared. If they come back, and we'll take care of it then. It wasn't super trolly, but I still may have misinterpreted what they said.
Grav jump complete.
Baldur's Gate 3 is only anything because of 10-cent Trollbot farms. What even does that even mean? Alright, board Marco's ship. Here we go.
Hello. I am so rare that someone new comes along. From the
United says I use the Junker Watchdog as my base too. It's a cool looking ship, and I love the interior. It's very like old school, like bomber, you know. Okay. That's a cool looking ship, Mysterious Captain. The cryptic deck is bugging me.
There are rules even I must abide by. Or at least I choose to. It may mean nothing, but I'm rooting for you.
Good for you? No idea what you're talking about.
I remember being on your side of a conversation like this. Just don't give up. I hope to see you at a much later date.
I don't remember that interaction at all. Where are you at? Oh, and they hypered out before I had a chance to like shoot at them and take over their ship. I don't know what that's in relation to. Alright, we're going down to... By the way, what is this planet? It's a temperate with a weak magnetosphere. Let's go see what it looks like. You never know, we might decide that we want to come back here and do something with it.
Landing gear's ready.
Somebody just posted, said, R.I.P. BioWare, you will be missed. Nah, man. BioWare's still alive and kicking and living in. Craziness. We're gonna have a blast.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet you'll find plenty here to catalogue.
So this is his ship. Let's have some whiskey. And some chicken in a can. This isn't interesting.
You the runner?
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
Manly meals. Yeah, BioWare has had a lot of stuff thrown at them, and they've come through every single time.
This music is gonna put me to sleep.
Dude, this is like a museum ship. There's an old shuttle.
You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
Yeah, Mass Effect is a great series. But also...
Word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible.
Like...
They belong in a museum.
They are in a museum, Sarah. This is a museum.
The dulcet tones
Somebody left a comment on my video this morning about how, you know, it's not the same BioWare since the Doctors left, and that nothing they've worked on since the Doctors left is worthwhile. And that's like saying that, and I wrote this in my reply, I said that's like saying that nothing that has ever been published after J.R.R. Tolkien died counts, because Tolkien wasn't the one who wrote it. And yet, The Lord of the Rings as a franchise has continued to get bigger and better over the years, largely due to the fact that his son continued the franchise, and then since then, the grandson has continued the franchise, and we've gotten video games and films and TV shows and all this stuff. Star Wars has carried on past George Lucas. Star Trek has carried on past Gene Roddenberry. Mass Effect has carried on beyond them. Dragon Age has carried on beyond the Doctors. Like, the Doctors were the founders of BioWare, but they weren't all of BioWare. Like, they willingly chose to leave their hands in the company of capable people, sold their portions, and left, right? They didn't shut the company down. They walked away and gave it to someone else to manage, people they trusted. Dave Filoni is a good example. Lucas chose Dave Filoni to be the person to carry on Star Wars, and Filoni has done an absolute stellar job with Clone Wars and Mandalorian and all of the cool shit that he's done as running Star Wars stuff. Everyone wants to, you see the trolls want to, like Kathleen Kennedy. That Kathleen Kennedy is just the producer and overseer, but Dave Filoni is the one who's carried on that vision of the Jedi and the Force and everything else. Exactly, Millennium. Mass Effect carried on past Casey Hudson. Like, we have so many examples. And so that to think that BioWare died when the Doctors left, that is just so not true. And in fact, you have I'm blanking on his name right now. He's the big game director overseeing Dragon Age right now. I'm gonna scroll down because I'm gonna forget his name off the top of my head. What do you need, buddy? John Eplar, that's his name. John Eplar has been with the company for 16 years. He started before the first Dragon Age game, and he has worked on every single Dragon Age that has come out. They have the writer who's the lead writer for this has been like a lead writer on like every single Dragon Age game. Like, they have many veteran BioWare companies working on this game that have continued to work on, like, that have been there for 16, 18, 20 years. The idea that all the good people left BioWare. No. Many of the founders have moved on because after 15, 16 years they wanted to do other stuff. Dude, what are you doing? You know better than to do that. No. You get comfy in your little chair and sit your butt down. You're over there trying to mount your brother. You have been fixed, sir. Where's all this testosterone coming from? Huh? You're just feeling the need to dominate everybody today? Transcend said it's like ignoring the fact that games are made by numerous people. Yes. I almost made a statement video this morning, and I'm debating whether or not to do it. My wife is cautioning me not to. But I've got it on the tip of my tongue. We've talked about it during the live streams. I don't like to do.
Perhaps Debussy or Satie.
I don't like to get too political on my channel, but I am getting really tired of the rhetoric from that vocal minority, to the point where I would love to make a video to talk about it. But when you do so, you run the risk of, it makes a video that can get the attention for the wrong reasons when you don't want it to be, for those reasons. But I'm getting really tired of people who are trying to ruin the fun of other people just because they have a different viewpoint. I'm trying to be sensitive about how I say this, so I'm not offensive. But it's like, it shouldn't matter what someone chooses to do when they play a game. Like, if they want to play a game a certain way, they should have the right to do so, and you shouldn't be able to dictate that. You're being really annoying, Smeagol. It is a beautiful background piano piece going on right now. Do you need to go out? I just wish that guys like Asmongold would go back to playing video games and just play video games and stop creating these horrific communities. I'm also seeing it go on in the Star Wars community right now. Star Wars Theory has been like out there attacking all of these other Star Wars content creators who are actually enjoying the shows, and he's out there calling them idiots and shills, and he's inspiring his hundreds of thousands of followers to verbally attack people on their social media when they post something positive. And we're seeing that same thing happen with, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Tales of the Shire. You're seeing these little, they're parasites is what they are. You know, who are feeding off of the rage of these larger content creators, and they're just going out and they're infesting everything and try to ruin other people's fun, but at the same time they're being very malicious about it. It's you know, the commentary. The guy who played you may not have seen Star Wars: The Acolyte, but the guy who played the Sith character on that show, he did a statement in public today. He was doing some press, and he was like, the worst thing you could do as a celebrity on a controversial show is check the hidden comments section of like your Instagram or your TikTok or your Twitter account. He's like, it is an absolute cesspool, and it will fuck you up beyond imagination mentally if you go read that stuff. Because the things that people say about you as an individual, as a human being, because they can't separate art from the artist.
Welcome. May's message.
Yeah, Kevin Seven. It's sometimes I feel like we would be safer talking about Trump versus Harris. I feel like we could navigate that conversation a little better than we could. All right, we've got some questions about the first.
Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers.
Bubbleany says, I'll say it because I have nothing to lose. Some people are born with a hole in their head and imagine their subjective viewpoint is universal. Many of these happen to be gamers, which is not a hall pass for objectively broken games or bad writing, but hating on a cozy Hobbit game you were never going to play in the first place is pathology. Yes.
And who might you be?
Yes.
Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard.
Lunatoon says y'all are amazing. I appreciate that,
It's
Luna.
clear
Thank you.
you are a woman of refinement as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliments and move things along, shall we?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future.
I just want
I
want my channel and my community and my live streams to be a safe place for everybody. To, you know, I don't want, you know, I was thinking about this in the shower this morning. It's like I don't feel comfortable with calling myself an ally of any one particular point of view, because I think that a lot of people read into that more than they should, perhaps, because I'm not going to go out. It's not like I'm out there, you know, championing for rights and voting in public about these things, but I do support everyone's right to equality, even if I'm not out there actively, you know, like on the front lines picketing. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that makes sense.
Let's move this along, shall we?
I do just want, at least my little corner of the internet, I want it to be a place where people can come and enjoy games regardless of their sexuality, religion, birthplace, culture, marriage, whatever. I just want this channel to be a place where we're having fun playing games, having fun watching movies, having fun reading books. You know, it's I want it to be a safe place. It has nothing to do with snowflakes. Not that kind of a safe place. But you know, a place where we can all, we're here for the right reasons. We're here to celebrate games.
What? Did I say something that shocked you?
All right, I want details of the first operations, including who hired you.
I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who killed you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand.
That's not going to happen because the other lady already has the operation here. Tell me what I want to know or face the consequences.
I have a better idea. Instead, I tell you something you don't want to know. But you should.
Envy Nephilim says, found you on
The
YouTube like a
Council of
month ago,
Governors is a
followed you
group
on there,
of
and now I'm over
greedy
here
and
on
corrupt
Twitch as
liars
well. I
who are
love the
using
vibe
you
and
and the
videos.
other Rangers
Thank
to
you. I
protect their own
appreciate that.
interests. Do you really think they give a damn about the people of the Freestar Collective?
I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it to protect innocent people. No more stalling, Marco. Either talk or get shot. Your choice.
Oh, I've already made it.
Alright, I've got some turrets somewhere. There it is right there. Well, there was a firefight!
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Got another one.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch. We're gonna have to loot our way out of here, too. Let's take care of everybody first, and then we'll come clean up. Oh shit, there's turrets everywhere.
Scratch one over here.
That stupid turret. Oh man, I'm burning all my ammo with that gun. I need to switch over.
Goodbye.
You're dead! You hear me?
This is gonna end badly for you.
He's being obnoxious. Are you bringing him back in here? Él estaba jalando detrás de Frodo tratando de montarla como una hembra. ¿Qué quieres? Have you not given him any yet? Oh, he's gonna like this. I was like, ooh, mommy, what is this treat? Mini Fud Gamer says, I game and watch games to get away from politics. Exactly. That's why we're here. Easy says, putting all the junk aside, I'm excited that Dragon Age has been described as a God of War style open hub. Correct. I think it's a great direction for the franchise. I'm a big fan of the modified. It's a lot like Mass Effect, the new combat system, where we have you're going to bring up that menu which shows your powers and your abilities, and then the powers and abilities of your allies, so you can do all your combos from one place without needing to switch to the other characters. I think it's a great direction for the flow of combat and the overall combat direction. I think it looks great. Have I invested in weapon and armor crafting? I'm deep into both, Envy. I'm wearing modded spacesuits, and all of my weapons are modded. So if we were to go in here to the inventory as an example, these are all modded weapons. Look over on the right hand side, and you can see all of the things that are listed underneath the weapon. suppressor, tactical grip, gutbuster rounds, high velocity, semi-automatic. And this one, as an example, I was able to proc a legendary version of this when I was crafting yesterday. So I modified this, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. All of my spacesuits, except for that one. That one I haven't modified too much because I just got the 3rd tier but these ones are dropped, and I also modified these somewhat. So sturdy, fastened, armor plated, hazard protection, regeneration, balanced boost pack. I'm deep into, I believe I have maxed weapon manufacturing, crafting, and I just maxed the 3rd tier of armor specialization the day before yesterday, but I haven't gone back to a crafting station to craft any mods for my spacesuits. But yes, I'm deep into the crafting system in this game. So I have maxed weaponsmithing, and I just maxed armor smithing the other day. What are you shooting at? We're going to come back and loot that room in a minute. There's probably some more turrets in here that we're going to have to deal with. Yep. Yeah, those yellow items are legendaries, so you can mod legendary. Fuck, I'm reloading in the middle of a fight. Come on now. Stay down. All right, we got one more somewhere, and then we're clear, and we can loot the whole ship. I don't think I went the combat option last time. Last time I definitely was like, oh, it's the security camera. Last time I remember talking to him, and this time I'm like, you know what? Screw it.
Don't leave any of that behind.
And now we loot all the ammo, and then go check the bedroom. And that's what you get for not playing ball with the deputies. Don't fuck with the Freestar Rangers. However, I am really low on ammo for my tombstone. It's an old camera lens. I want that for my desk at home. I'm taking that for my outpost. Ooh. Sentient AI adapters. I don't have a contraband thing on this ship though, so I'm going to leave those. What about Blanca? Y Blanca. Y Dora. Why does he have an... I don't even want to know why he has a... oh, that's a pistol. It didn't look like a pistol at first. I was like, why does he have an impact drill by the side of his bed? I don't know what I don't want to know what he's attaching to that. I don't need to know what kind of fun this guy gets up to in his bedroom with an impact drill. I've seen enough. I've been around in the internet enough to have seen depravities with drills and attachments, kids. No, I won't be telling you those websites. You can find those on your own. Let's just say that kind of stuff gets qualified as adult content. Yeah, there's also tissues and lots of bottles of lotion all around his room. That's all I'm saying. Lots of lubricant. Mixing bowl, potato. I will take the potato. I'll take the onion. One of these days I'll go craft some food with all of these ingredients that I have. All right, I'm gonna stop and make a crude joke right now, everybody, because all of that top and bottom discussions that people are having around Dragon Age the Veilguard, and they're being all scared because of top and bottom terminology. And here we have a fridge top and a fridge bottom. I'm just saying, I'm going to put that out there. If you get triggered over that stuff, you should be getting triggered by Starfield, because they've totally got a fridge top and a fridge bottom, and that's woke fridge, man. That's a woke refrigerator. I can't believe they have woke garbage in my Starfield. Oh my god. I make myself laugh. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, my coffee? Oh, thank you. It's all right. You had a long, stressful morning. Thank you, Chris. I think we're okay to get off this ship now. Ooh, can I get into this case? I want those compasses. I want the scarab. I want the... Dude, I want all these things for my desk. Can I not pick those up? God, I wish I could. Nope. She might be thirsty too. Her water's right there. Ah, okay, yeah. There's a telescope, a lighter, a piece of wood. Like, all of these things I would love to have for my home. Can we take over this ship, by the way, guys? Is there a... I never even thought about that. This is probably not a ship we could take over. What? He didn't like it? Yeah. Yeah, that's good though. Lucas? Did he like it? Okay. Blanca? Okay. Hater X says, how did I never see this place in my 500 hours? Bubbalina says, I looked for a way into the cockpit for an hour yesterday and never found her. Ah, okay, well, if you already did, I'm not going to waste my time. If you already spent an hour, that means there's probably not a way in. There's some really cool, like, artifacts, though. Ooh, is that a... Oh, I'm taking that coffee mug. Holy shit, look at that. Dude. That coffee mug's going on my desk at home. For sure. Can I take any of these? Oh, I already have a whiskey glass, though. Can I take the cocktail shaker? I can take the cocktail shaker. And it's got a strainer. Can I get the shot glass? There's a jigger. All right. And a wine opener? Oh, we're going to get this for my... I don't have a bar at my house, but I am going to set up some sort of a... That'll be for something at my house, at my outpost. All right. Anything else we can see in here that might be worthwhile? Yeah, I bet it's not Bubbalonia. It's all good. This is probably just meant to be a place that you go to do a quest, as opposed to something you can take over. welcome to the channel. For anybody that's new, don't forget we're live on YouTube and Twitch. We multi-stream every single day, mornings and afternoons. Today is Monday, which means tonight is Lord of the Rings Online. We will be back about 4 p.m. Mountain for that. What time is it right now? I haven't checked. It's 11 o'clock. All right. At some point, I've got Frostpunk 2 sitting over here loaded, and I had in my mind that after we wrapped up Starfield today, we would go over and play Frostpunk 2 for like an hour. Because I've not played it yet, and I thought it might be a fun thing to do as a first impressions. So, for those of you who are here, we're going to keep going a little bit more in Starfield, but at a certain point, I am going to switch over and try out Frostpunk 2. We're going to do that live here on the channel. It just dropped into early access on Steam. I don't know if it's early access or if it's the actual release, but they just did a tweet today that said they've just passed 350,000 copies sold in like the last 48 hours, and they have already recouped all of their development and marketing costs for the game. And it's getting really good reviews. It's like a crafting survival RTS type game. I never played the first one. It's on PC now, and it's coming to console next year. It's going to be a Game Pass day one. I've got it on Game Pass because I have Ultimate. We're going to go check that out here in a bit. We're going to do that as we... we're going to get a little deeper here into Starfield. I want to go turn this quest in and finish up this quest chain. Why did the waypoint suddenly change? It was pointing over there, and now it's pointing onto my ship. It is the release 1.0, Envy? Perfect.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Lifting off now.
An intellectual fridge, yeah.
Orbital pattern locked in.
Side-by-side double-door fridges are pro Unity. New game plus freezer burn, baby. Aren't durable dual-door fridges available in the US? Yes. But a lot of people have like an all-in-one back in the day. Some people have even bigger fridges than that. Like, my mom has a giant 4-door Viking fridge that's like a freaking $10,000 refrigerator. You alright, Pippen? What's up, Mama? You having a bad morning?
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband.
Just a few days till Shattered Space, exactly.
And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
Aquila would be a quaint world to retire on, if the damn wildlife wasn't so hostile.
Alright, we're gonna turn this slate.
Ever wonder how the Crimson...
when you have a moment.
For you, Sarah, I'm never gonna have moments.
Hiya.
A year or two back.
She's a pretty annoying NPC as far as romantic relationships go, but I wanted to do it just to say that I did it, so that it wasn't only Andrea every single playthrough. But I'm not impressed with Sarah at all as a companion. As a romanceable character, not impressed with her. She's very like lawful good, like at times, and then it's kind of a weird.
I specialize in cryptography. A lot of smugglers use coded slates, so it comes in handy.
All right, buddy.
Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one side of the Freestar Collective to the other. How do you like the job so far?
Feels good to be out there making a difference.
That's good to hear. So, what brings you by?
Got a slate for you, buddy.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Mini Fud Gamer says I'm excited for the
this is
DLC.
new.
I just have to figure out, do I want to take my level 129 or my level 30? Yeah, I've got. I chose this character. He's only going to probably. I might be level 45 by the time the DLC hits. It depends on if I do too much more outpost building, or if I just run quests until the DLC launches. Because what is the date today? Today's like the.
From what I've heard, these mercs mean business.
Where's my phone? The 23rd. We're a week away, so we got 7 days. I'll be 45 by then, so I'll probably be it'll be like around level 45ish.
Just making my way.
When we head in. All right, folks. The Starfield portion of the stream is going to end. I'm going to go over and play about. We're going to do a first impressions video, which I normally do offline, but I'm going to do this with all of you who want to stick around. So if you were only here for the Starfield stuff, tomorrow I'll be back for more Starfield stuff around 9 a.m. Mountain Time or a little bit earlier, depending on how the morning goes. For now, though, we're going to wrap up Starfield, and we're going to just move right over for the next hour or so and go play this other game. And tonight we'll be back for Lord of the Rings Online at around PM. It kind of depends on when I wake up from my nap and everything else. But if you want to stick around, hopefully you do. You're welcome to stick around and continue to play with us. But if you're just here for Starfield, that way you have your fair warning. We are going to go ahead and shut the Xbox down. And we are going to switch over here. And we should have audio. I think we do. I'm going to take a quick bio, check with Chris, and then we're going to come back. For those who, hang on, this over here, which means I'm going to need the other keyboard. What I don't know is if this is mouse and keyboard only, or if it's going to be, if it has controller support. I don't know any of that stuff. So, we're going to go find out shortly, everybody. This is Frostpunk 2. It just came out a few days ago, United. It's a like city builder RTS. I've been told it has like an 8 to 10 hour single player campaign. I don't know exactly. I didn't play the first one. It looked really cool from the videos I saw. I don't know a ton about it, but it came out and it's getting great reviews. It's selling lots of copies. It's on my Game Pass Ultimate on PC. So I installed it last night, and we're going to do my first impressions video today live with any of you who want to stick around. Normally I do these in the background offline and then upload them. They're usually about 45 minutes long. I usually play through whatever intro stuff has and get my first impressions of a game. We're going to do that live today with everybody. So stick around if you want to. I'm going to hit the head, get some more coffee, quick snack, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. And we're going to continue on and try out Frostpunk 2 this morning. All right. Let's see if it has controller support. I don't think it does at the moment. I don't see that it has controller support because I'm connected via Bluetooth and it does not appear to. So I need to move some stuff out of the way here because I gotta bring the other mouse and keyboard over. It's gonna be like I'm playing Lotro, only I'm doing it ahead of schedule because I'm having to use mouse and keyboard. All right. Frostpunk 2. Let's look up a description of this game really quick so I can properly introduce it. It is a city building survival game set 30 years after the first game. I've never played the first game. So, I gotta do one thing before we get going. I forgot to change the titles of my streams and stuff. Because some people will show up late and be like, "You said this was a Starfield stream, and why aren't you playing Starfield?" Well, guess what? I'm more than a one-trick pony, bitches. Alright, titles have been changed on the streams. I had a snack. I've got coffee. Also, Chris just brought me, she knew I was having a bad morning this morning with Pippen, so she brought me a corn pops, man. So I'll have those for, I'll have a snack today. Frostpunk 2, everybody. This is a brand new released game, city builder, survival, post-apocalyptic. I've never played the first one, but it caught my eye when I saw some preview videos last year. It came to, at the full release, the PC release was, I think, on the 20th. The console release are coming next year. This is also a Game Pass title, so I'm playing this through Game Pass on the PC. It does not appear to have controller support at the moment unless it's something you have to manually turn on. So this version appears to be mouse and keyboard only. Text scale is fine. Celsius is fine. I'm going to keep everything on default for now. We're on windowed full screen. Can I change the reso? Probably not. Just leave it what it is. Frame rate's fine. Frame generation, I'm fine. We don't need to do any of that stuff. All the options are on. I think let's just try it and see. So there's a story mode, Utopia Builder mode, etc. Then there's check out our Kickstarter for the World of Frostpunk Anthology and Art Book. So there's a bunch of stuff here. I'm assuming the one... Envy says Steam has no controller support either. Okay, so this PC version is only mouse and keyboard. It looks like then they will probably save the controller support for either later or only for consoles. I was planning on playing this on the Xbox. I was not aware that it was coming to Game Pass now. I thought it was coming to Game Pass next year, but it's the console editions that are coming next year. So we're going to be doing a first impressions video of Frostpunk 2. If you've never tuned into one of these before, normally I do these offline. I'm doing one online today because our audience is growing and I've had people asking me to do those other things. Every time I do a first impressions video, it's usually me running through whatever intro there is. They could be 30 minutes long, 45 minutes long, an hour long. Usually we're around 45 minutes in length when we take a look at games. This was not something that's in my schedule. I don't know whether or not I'm going to like this game. I've been told that the main campaign, like the story, is like 8 to 10 hours long. If it is a short campaign like that, I might be able to squeeze it in over the next few weeks. But I already have a full plate with all the other releases that I'm playing. So for right now, the only intention is to do a first impressions here and see what we see. But I might like it enough to do the whole campaign if it's a short, like 10-hour thing. Frostpunk 2 is a challenging game in which planning ahead is crucial and failure is a natural part of the experience. In other words, if you fuck up, don't worry about it. Yeah, I've heard the same thing, Envy. I've heard it can be really hard. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk or enjoy a challenge, you may want to try your luck with the Officer or higher difficulty. Otherwise, we suggest you start at Citizen and take it one step at a time. Remember, it's not about how many times we fall. It's about how many times we get up. So say we all. So I'm assuming I can change the difficulty as we get into this. Can I go back and change the difficulty, please? Oh, is there like are there Twitch drops? Oh, hang on. You can have Twitch participation during council law vote sessions. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like there's some sort of Twitch integration here that we can turn on. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do that for today because it's first impressions. But if I like this enough to keep playing it and we decide to do it beyond this first impressions and we decide to stream a little bit beyond today's little initial foray, then I'll probably come in here and turn all this stuff on to have fun. Where's the difficulty? I don't see that here. Maybe that's only going to be after I start the game. Story. Prologue. Difficulty preset. Okay, so you definitely choose it all here. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilizations crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees. Cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all have become very different people. So this is 1917. Is my time right? 97, 7, 17. So 1917 and an alternate timeline. It's a frozen world, everybody. I definitely want Citizen difficulty. United says, I'm a big fan of City Skylines, so I wonder if it'll be like this. Or I wonder if I'll like this. Yeah, I don't know enough about this beyond the trailers that I showed. It might be too challenging for me. I'm a little terrified of games that are too difficult. That's why I don't play Dark Souls games.
Can you hear us? Captain! Do you hear us?
A generation ago,
It's really quiet.
we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts.
Yeah, I'll adjust it after this cutscene, guys.
Is dead. Empty.
Right for taking.
The city grows.
Festers.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
Well, that was just me on Streamlabs. I'll need to go into the audio here in a minute and try to adjust the volume so that we have better voice, because I can't hardly hear their voices. The Wanderers Prologue. We've been warming the frozen desert for years. By the way, that trailer or that initial intro looked like we had some steampunk elements too. Emo Pyro Necrosis over on Twitch says trailers for what? Not a trailer. We're actually playing Frostpunk 2 this morning a little bit now that we're wrapped up with Starfield for the day. Doing a first impressions, taking a first look at this game. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not want to remember a world. Or no, excuse me, just many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and once again we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat throughout the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. It's out on Steam, and I'm playing it through PC Game Pass. So it's on PC right now. Alright, we must survive. It's a city builder / survival game. With a sci-fi apocalyptic Frostpunk, steampunks. I've never played the first one, so I don't know. Wanderers. You played the first one? Nice. Fight the cold! The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break the ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. The first one wasn't a full sandbox. This one is, apparently. Yeah, I don't know enough about this one yet. It just launched, so. Alright, hang on. Before we do anything, the audio settings have got to be adjusted, because I can barely hear those voiceovers. Oh, whoa, there's no... I guess that's it, everybody. I've got it cranked as high as it's going to go in Streamlabs. Hopefully that's high enough for everybody. I know the voiceovers were way quiet for me, so I don't know what it's like now for everybody. As good as it's gonna get. Is this pausable? I do believe we just paused it, I think, with the space bar. Is there a timer? I'm looking for a timer that shows me. Never mind, there is at the top right up here. It shows you pause, play, like ×2, and I'm assuming ×4, ×3. Okay. So we're in week 1, day 4. This reminds me a little bit of Dune Spice Wars, which we played recently. Frostbreak to an oil wagon and construct an extraction district to turn on the... Okay, so those are the things... Do I have a... Okay. Well, visually... Okay, that's how you turn the camera. Okay. That's the dreadnought. Construction wagon. Oil wagon. So we need to go over there. It says Frostbreak. I don't know what Frostbreak means. Down here I've got buttons. Construct districts. Construct hubs. There's a tutorial. What did it say? Press T to see tutorial. Initially, you can only build districts. So there's hexagons here. Initially, you can only build districts in limited area. The wider terrain is covered in frozen stiff ground, which is impossible to construct upon. To widen the buildable area, you'll need to use frost breakers. You can send out frost-breaking teams by clicking on the frost-breaking button located in the bottom right of the screen. Then find your way towards the edge of the buildable area and click on yellow tiles until the indicator is full. That's what we needed to do, right? Do I need more than one? It just says construct. All right. I think I did what I needed to do. Oh, until you get the check mark. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Okay. You have to fill all 8 of them. Okay, I got it. So now we're frost breaking that. We can click the play button. So there's the machines. Okay. United asks, is it a single player? Everyone says it's a winter survival game. Yeah, I think this is single player, United. Snowpiercer is the movie that was just going through my head right now. And the show. The show is okay. I like the film a lot. The show is good. Alright, let's pause again. We have now done that. We now need to extract something from the oil wagon. Various resources are scattered throughout the nearby area, and tiles containing these resources are called deposits. To exploit these deposits, you need to construct the appropriate district on a resource deposit tile. Different resources require different districts. An oil wagon is used by an extracting district, while fertile soil is used by a food district. Remember, in most cases, you need to frostbreak the tile first before you can construct anything on it. So, how do I construct a district? Districts are the base of your economy. Build them to produce or process resources and provide shelter. Districts have a fixed number of tiles needed to begin construction. When building a district, keep a lookout for the indicator circle, which shows you how many tiles you still have to click for the construction to start. When it's full, click on the click from starting or use route must. Okay, so you have to construct around it in a little bit. Okay. The first game, says Pyro, you had an engine in the center and you built around it, but this one is you're essentially rebuilding instead. Okay. I want to build an extraction district. It's going to cost me that much, and it's going to demand heat materials, and it's going to give me that output. Okay. We can unpause. This does remind me a little bit of Dune Spice Wars that we played earlier this year. With the whole pause, unpause, and building of different... Yeah, so there's a little bit of RTS here. But this is, they're not calling this like a 4X or anything. It just said city building survival game. Also, Manor Lords is similar to this as well. Manor Lords has some really cool stuff. If you haven't played Manor Lords, that one's a lot of fun too. City management, that would be a better, yeah, city management would be a better. Uh-oh, something just popped up. It says cold. Cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from the frost. Make sure that the shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. If you don't satisfy those needs, you will increase the cold. High cold increases disease, decreases population. Okay, yeah, now I'm getting more of the Manor Lords vibe. Because you had to worry about population growth there as well. Okay, I don't play a ton of these types of games. I do a few of them, so I'm a little outside of my wheelhouse here because I mostly do, RPGs, but I do the occasional other thing from time to time. The big one for me, guys, is going to be Alien Rogue Incursion in December, because I don't usually play jump scare games, but I love the Alien franchise, and I'm going to torture myself to play that game, and you're going to probably see me pee myself on stream. Just saying, if you like that kind of stuff. Not that kind of ways, guys. Get it out of your heads. I'm going to pee from terror. Alright, how do I worry about the cold? I might not need to. I mean, it's too early to worry about the cold. Because I gotta turn on the furnace first, and I can't do that until I do extraction. Or maybe, do I have to clear to the construction first? Hold that thought. I think I forgot about this. I have to clear towards the construction wagon as well, I think. I should have done that beforehand. Oh, everybody had a great time when I was playing Alien Fire Strike or Alien Fire Team, whatever it was called, Bogdan, because if you thought that jump scare in my Shattered Space reaction was fun, I screamed so bad the first time an alien jumped out of the ceiling to eat us. Dreadnought Furnace. As a furnace that serves as a heat generation for your population, you need to have fuel to turn it on. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. Once you've recovered it, you can turn on the furnace by clicking the switch next to the Dreadnought Furnace. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It's allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have our oil. We can now turn on the furnace. Select the Dreadnought Wreck to access furnace control. Once turned on, the Dreadnought's furnace will automatically convert oil into heat. Turn it on. Oh, we had multiple tutorial things that just popped up. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we need to prefabricate parts for construction. We did bring some with us, but the rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckage. Thankfully, I was already starting to clear in that direction. Constructing any type of structure requires prefabs, which are assembled at the construction site into buildings, hubs, or districts. You can obtain them from ruins or abandoned deposits, like maintenance wagons or abandoned ruins. Action district. When you run out of prefabs to build anything, try demolishing one of your existing districts, hubs, or buildings to get back all the prefabs used for their construction. What's up, Gatorade? Okay, yeah, this is out. I'm familiar with this part of games like this. What about this? Scraps are stockpilable resources that can be spent on frostbaking, funding construction, or when using specific actions. Scraps are collected weekly, and everybody provides their share based on the size of your community. You can also use take scraps actions on wanderers. That's not something you've taught me yet. District abilities. Some district abilities are available from the beginning of the game. Others can be unlocked by constructing specific buildings, signing laws, or by certain events happening in a specific district, such as if there's a protest or a rally going on. Holy shit, this is going to be complex. Okay. Alright. My little pea brain is going to have a hard time wrapping around some of this stuff. District abilities can be divided based on how they are activated. Toggleable cooldown or one-time activations, and some have requirements. I don't think it's a VR only game. If it is, I was mistaken because I thought I was going to be playing that. But if it's VR, I'm not going to be playing it. I didn't think it was a VR game. At least I didn't see anything VR related in the trailer that I watched. Of course, I saw it in the haze of other trailers, so maybe I'm mistaken in that it was a VR game that I just didn't see that being mentioned. I need to build 2 housing districts. While we're frost breaking this, I'm going to go double check, because I did not pay attention if that was the case. Oh, it does say it's a VR game. Well, then I won't be playing that game. Never mind. I'll have to take that off my list. I did not see that that was a VR game. I just watched a trailer for it a couple months ago, and I was like, that looks cool. And did not see that it was going to be VR. Boo! I was looking forward to playing that. Need to build an extraction district around that. Do we need to frost break more? Oh, we didn't frost break over it. Oh, damn it. So this is going to burn more materials. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Alright, hold up, we're going back to normal speed now. To extract. I need to build another housing district as well. can't build anymore, probably because I've got it hasn't been hasn't cleared enough. Housing district. I guess because I haven't cleared anymore, so I need to clear some more areas for them to build on. Okay. Oh, and you can only do one side or the other. Okay, I see. What game is this, says Steve Clark? It is Frostpunk 2. United says I got jump scared at the same point in the trailer. I'm too immersed. Yeah. I have that problem. I get way too immersed in the things I play sometimes. Alright, let's build some more housing. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Let's pause because I do want to frost break some more. Can I go over here and check? Okay. Gain access to food. We've established some heat and shelter for our people, and then we must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. Yeah, I'm assuming at some point the fast forwarding will get me in trouble, emo, because there's always going to be complications that crop up. Have I played Alien Isolation? I have. Before I started doing this for a living, but I have played it. I am notoriously bad with jump scare games. They're not something I normally play a lot of because honestly, I jump and I scream and it may be entertaining. I don't know. I've not really done a lot of those live before. Yes, Alien Isolation was scary as fuck. It was. Absolutely scary. Bogdan says he screamed and threw his controller playing Alan Wake 2. And not just once. Multiple times. Where do you see food? Over here. So we have to work our way towards food. Okay. Extremely increased by food scarcity. Okay, so this is an oil wagon, so I think I need to build another extractor, right? Okay, we're working on the food. Okay, that's been paused. Now we need to build a food district on fertile soil. Crid just showed up on YouTube to say, hey Renfail, thanks for your shorts and videos where you talk about Lord of the Rings Online. I played it 12 years ago for about 2 weeks and never touched it again since, as I was young and playing World of Warcraft and other fast-paced stuff. Now that you reintroduced it to me, I fell in love with it, with everything about it. Thank you. You're more than welcome. I'm glad that you enjoy Lotro. And on that note, Monday nights are Lord of the Rings Online nights here on my channel. So I will be back streaming Lord of the Rings Online this afternoon, evening. I usually start around 4 p.m. Mountain Time, sometimes a little later, but that generally is speaking the starting time. And we usually play for 3 or 4 hours every Monday night. So for those of you who want to check out Lord of the Rings Online, it's an older MMO, but I do still play it from time to time. I'm going to speed this up just a smidge. Building the food district. I wonder if I should probably be expanding more towards the next food. Possibly. Dr. Nixu says, good morning today, running late. Nothing wrong with that. Glad you're here. Always good to see a familiar face. Which map is this? The prologue map, Emo. We've secured our immediate survival. Now, we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our current demand. So, I'm glad I started working towards digging more food out, because we definitely need to do that. HaterX says, this is such a great ASMR game to listen to. Because of me chewing on nuts, or the fact that it actually is a good ASMR game? Because I'm over here like, I don't know how much of that comes through the microphone. By the way, I love eating like walnuts and almonds and dried raisins, but you run the risk sometimes that one of them is a little off. You never know. And I got one just a minute ago that tasted a little dirt based. Little fun. Had a little extra dirt flavor to it. Never know, man. Bottom of the bag. I need to stockpile 40,000 food. That's a lot of food. So, first and foremost, we need to be frost breaking all the way towards more food. So, wait, maybe I hold that thought. I have to frost break that first because I can't. What is that over there? 150k materials. Right now I just need to work my way towards food, it sounds like. Can I frost break more than one area? No. Well, yes I can. Dark chocolate almond guy says United. Got a big bag of them. That's also a good combo. I love dark chocolate. And nuts of any kind. These nuts! Can't quite do that one because I haven't broken all the way to it yet. Hang on. How come I can't extract that? Can I only be building one extraction at a time? Or do I have to wait until the other ones are done? I guess I have to do the first one first. I'm not sure if I can extract. I don't know if I can build more than one extraction thing at a time. Can I do it now? Yeah, I think I can only build one thing at a time. Like, I can only do two things at any given time. It could either be like two, at least from what I understand somewhere, I can do two frost breaking or two building. I think that's the limit of what I can do is maybe two things at a time. I don't really know. I could swear I had a third frost breaking going earlier though. Let's test that theory. Because I need to make my way to the other food stuff. No, I could definitely do this again. It's really weird. Two sick people have returned to work in the old Dreadnought. Does that mean we're going to get disease spreading, or does that just mean they were sick and now they're no longer sick? What does it say? It requires 50 more prefabs and 21 more scraps. Ah, now I understand. Okay. We're hitting pipeline production issues. And requires more workforce or more scraps. So if I want to do more than 3 at a time, I need more things. Okay, that makes sense. You'll know when a plague is born if you get a plague. Well, but it doesn't happen. Stockpile's ready in 151 weeks at current rate. Oh, is there a storm coming? I see something up here on the top right. A whiteout is coming. I don't know how many days. Is that 60 days? What does that mean? 90 days? Something like that? Pause. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one! I need to clear... That's like winter in Manor Lords. No one worked in winter in Manor Lords, so you have to have all your food has to be stockpiled before winter hits. Otherwise, you're screwed. Hang on, it just popped up and said there's an event. What does that mean? Finan Kell, 42, gardener, pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times, the soil is depleting. A couple of more, and there'll be no point erecting the hothouses. There'll be nothing left to grow food on. And the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts, otherwise there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. Let's go with the Wanderers. Tighten your belts, buddies. My trust factor went down. Too bad. Better 2 meals a day now than no meals a day later. Can I also do emergency shifts at the same time? And how do I... Ooh, I got another event counting down. We mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leaders. Without trust, there's no future. Why am I getting the smokers vibe from Waterworld? Like, putting the bodies back into the oil. I'm imagining. I need to go watch Waterworld now. Trust and relations fail, or fall, I should say, every time people die. What is going on over here? Resource deposit nearly depleted. That's not good. That was built there. Build another food district. Emo says, in the first game, oil let people live after the end of the world by making steam factories to live on the surface. So creating a concept of dunking people in oil is not too far-fetched. No, it's not. Whiteout arriving in 47 weeks. Stockpiles ready in 52 weeks at current rate. What we need to speed things up. Oops, I got another story of it. Looking at her grandchild playing. My knees ache, and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life, and it warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I'm not going to let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. How do you... How do I do emergency shifts? Do I go... Yes, let's do it. Okay, because that's the optional. Can I do that at every... I don't really want to piss people off with trust, but at the same time... Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have enough prefabricated components making further construction possible. There may be some left in one of the construction wagons. If not, we can try to salvage by demolishing one of the existing districts. So this one's out of resources. So I can deconstruct this, right? And it takes time to deconstruct. Oops. Uh-oh, can I not go any more around there? Never mind, I figured it out. It's a seal colony. I can't click on that one though. Heat demand has increased. Oh my god, now we got events popping up everywhere. Our stores are almost full, but we still need more. We need secure depots. Build food stockpile hubs. Alright, one thing at a time. And I can't yet because I need more stuff. Food construct hub. Okay, let's just wait that out. A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking... Nope, nope, Frodo, Frodo. Hey, 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 leave your sister alone. Hang on, guys. I gotta deal with cat dead stuff. Yeah, go lay back down. Your sister's not doing good, buddy. Yeah, that's it. Go back to sleep. It might be a seal hunting district. It might be. It wouldn't let me build anything there. It wouldn't let me clear it either. So I'm guessing that it has to be something different that I'm not aware of. The game Plague on the iPhone, says United. I've never even heard of that. Hang on a second. One of our frost-baking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Maybe you've heard of this New London before and can settle their debate. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. This option is faith. New London's history is shrouded in mystery. This will create a continuity in which New London has leaned on neither order or faith to survive. I don't recognize this symbol. I think we got enough food. So I'm waiting to decon that so that I can build the hub, because I don't think I can build a hub yet. need 20 more prefabs. I gotta wait for that one to get done being deconned. He's shocked at the sight of seals. Seals! I could barely believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat to feed everybody. We're saved, but should we slay them if the Lord spared them? The seal colony can supplement our food production. Optional, place a food district on the seal colony. I might, but I need to build a stockpile hub first. All right, hold that thought. That was H. Build a stockpile hub. Where can I build the hub? Do I need to build it close to town, maybe? Can I also build... Nope. Well, I've cleared everything I can clear at this point. So... Stockpile's ready in 26 weeks. I don't think I can build another hub. Nope. So we're gonna speed it up a little bit and see what happens here. They no longer need to be working emergency shifts, so I can turn that off, right? I want to see if it changed my dates a little bit. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters blame us for ignoring the seal colony and claim they would have been able to provide food for everybody. It's too late for that now. Many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be burdened on our resources. Their sacrifice would greatly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? Shit. Can I not escape out of this? Oh, you have... So you're not allowed to scum save, it looks like. So I can't even exit out of this menu. Like, I'm being forced to make a decision, and I think it says this is going to arrive in 35 weeks, and I have enough food in 24 weeks. So I think I'm okay, so I'm going to say don't resort to extremes. Yes, I think we're okay. Unless something tragic happens. Which legitimately could happen. We're just stockpiling. We're fast forwarding right now. Food stockpile hub's full. We're just waiting on the whiteout and any events that might. 17 registered as sick. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who are the sick people? And are they going to create a plague? You know I'm going to get hit with a plague here in a minute, guys. I'm totally going to get hit with a plague. You watch. 30 froze to death. Oh no. 13 weeks. 11 weeks. Five weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Oh, it reduced it back down. More froze to death. Sorry, guys. I have no idea how long the whiteout is. About to find out. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. chaos and starvation, the Wanderers end. When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were forced to take shelter within the broken dreadnought. They huddled together, while howling winds buffeted the roasted hull. As the storm continued, it became clear there was not enough food. Some sacrificed themselves to give their share to the families. Others tried to control the stockpile through violence. The conflict escalated and fires broke out within the dreadnought, spilling or spoiling the precious supply. The few remaining survivors who emerged from the dreadnought soon splintered and disappeared into the frostland. The Wanderers did not survive. So I thought I had enough food supplies for everybody to survive, but apparently not. I totally told me that I had enough in the stockpiles. So that's the that counts as the tutorial, I guess. It teaches you the basics of the game, everything you need to know. It says I can continue. So basically, you just pick up where you left off, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 missions, 7 missions, 6 missions. It looks like to go through if you're gonna play this game in full. I heard it was like 8 to 10 hours for the total storyline. So, initial first impressions. Obviously, city builders are a little out of my wheelhouse. They're not something I do regularly on the channel. I have done a few, like city builders, city management games, like Manor Lords earlier this year. We did Dune Spice Wars, I think last year, maybe earlier this year. It's kind of hard to remember because things blend together. If I had survived, it would have continued. For sure. Yeah, United. It's kind of like the dark child of Manor Lords and City Skylines. Jesus. What is this? Oh, so this is cool, guys. Right? So I guess one of Christina's orders just showed up in the mail. So my wife got me this cup. We're gonna show this off here. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is hilarious. All right, guys. I love my wife. This brought a tear to my eyes, guys. This is great. Yeah, it was a jump scare, Bogdan. I didn't know what. I was so focused on. So my wife got me a cute little coffee mug. It says Lord of the Cats. I don't know if you guys can see this. Lord of the Cats, the furlough ship of the ring. Thank you. And I know people had asked a couple of weeks ago. We had a vote. Let me put this over here. So I have a new coffee mug thanks to my wife. Lord of the Cats, because we have all the cats, and I'm the cat dad. I'm the Lord of the Cats. And everybody had asked, we had asked about a vote for, oh my god, this is cast iron. Holy shit. Yeah. So, okay, tienen una... Okay. Okay. So, we had a vote the other day on stream to buy a bell for our front wall to put this on. I think is it like this or like this, Chris? It's like this. It's like this. And can you hold this up so that they can see that too? That's the little that goes inside. Yeah. So this is the bell. People had asked what bell did we vote on buying? This was the bell for the front door. So this it's a wall-mounted bell for like Amazon drivers and the water delivery guys and everything else. This is the one that she ended up getting. That's cast iron, guys. This thing weighs like 3 pounds. Holy shit. That part alone is like, that weighs more than this weighs. That's a serious. Yeah, it's cast iron. That's the same material as your skillets. Well, congratulations. Yeah, everything just arrived in. That was from Temu, guys. We were talking about Temu the other day. She orders a lot of stuff off of Temu. Yeah, that's a cool cup. So, Lord of the Cats, I'll be drinking coffee out of that in, it says the Furlough ship. So, fur is pelo. So, it's como, es una broma de Fellowship of the Ring. It's the Furlough ship. So, thank you, honey. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, yeah, for later on, too. Yeah, we used to have two different Mandalorian mugs that we both loved, and we broke both of them once we got here. I broke one and she broke the other. So we used to have a matching pair of coffee mugs that we would drink, and I used to bring it on stream all the time. And then I broke one and she broke the other. No, that's R2-D2. Yeah, the other one is R2-D2. Thank you. Yep. All right, guys. I got sidetracked. Frostpunk 2. Initial first impressions. If you like city builder, city management, survival style games where winning is not guaranteed, I think this looks like something that's going to be right up your alley. I like the fact that it's not guaranteed that you're going to actually succeed. Like, you can fail. So that puts it in like kind of like the what is it? I don't play a lot of those games like Hades. What do they call those? There's a word for those where you're meant to fail as you go along. Roguelite? Is that the word? Is that the terminology? Era Pyro Necrosis says the best way to put it, this is like if Darkest Dungeon and Manor Lords had a baby. I mean, that's fair. Yeah. If the campaign is short, yeah, roguelike. It is roguelike. If this campaign is short enough, I may try to squeeze this in. I don't know if I would do this as a live stream series, though, because we have enough on our plate with live streaming. Let's just see where the next few weeks go. If I have a chance to squeeze this in between everything else that's going on in October, I might. Otherwise, this might be something I do offline. I'm not exactly sure yet. The way this usually works is I will release the first impressions video into the wild. If the first impressions video does well enough, and I happen to think that I like the game enough to give it a playthrough, then that's how that goes. So I did have fun. The question is, do I have time to slot it in? Right now, that's the fun part. So I would say to those of you who are going to watch this after the fact, since we did this one live, this will get pulled out, put up on YouTube as its own thing. If you're watching this over on YouTube as the first impressions video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, interact, because that's how we get things into their own little Let's Play series and main streams occasionally from time to time. Like No Man's Sky was that way. Like, I was throwing stuff at the wall with first impressions. No Man's Sky landed and went off a couple months ago, and I said, I'm having fun playing this. Let's go ahead and take this for a spin. Things like this can turn into that. So make sure to interact and do all the things. For the stream today, everybody, we are going to wind it down here because I do have a second stream later on today. We're going to be back in a few hours. I don't even know what time it is right now. Check my phone. In about 4 hours, I'll be back playing Lord of the Rings Online. So for those of you who are going to double dip today, we'll see you then. Otherwise, don't forget, daily streams on YouTube and Twitch around 9 a.m. Mountain Time. We will be back for more Starfield tomorrow as we work our way towards the Shattered Space DLC. That's the main game right now. And of course, I play World of Warcraft on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and No Man's Sky on in the evenings. World of Warcraft is evenings, Wednesdays and Saturdays, and No Man's Sky is Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. I play a lot of games. It's a variety channel. We do a lot of things. So hopefully we'll see you in the next thing that we do, wherever that might be. Thanks for everybody for hanging out today as we migrated over to Frostpunk 2 away from Starfield. Catch you next time. Have a great day, everybody.